Hallucinogens are substances that have been around for centuries. From ancient sacred rituals to LSD parties in the 60s to present-day ayahuasca ceremonies, these substances have long been used for their psychedelic and mind-altering properties. Hallucinogens are a diverse group of drugs that alter a person's perception of their environment, thoughts, and feelings. People who use them experience a dream-like state while awake. This is commonly referred to as a trip. They are used for recreation, relaxation, and socialization, as well as for spiritual purposes. Some hallucinogens occur naturally and are made from plants or mushrooms. Others are synthetic or human-made. Hallucinogens are categorized into two groups: classic hallucinogens like LSD and dissociative drugs such as PCP. They can all cause hallucinations, which are visual images or sensations that aren't really there but feel real to the person using the substance. Classic hallucinogens include lysergic acid dithylamide, or LSD, psilocybin, peyote, dimethyltryptamine, or DMT, and ayahuasca. They are all derived from plants or mushrooms, but DMT is also made synthetically. The most common classic hallucinogen is LSD. Street names include acid, blotter, and window pane. LSD is a very potent hallucinogen. People who take it can feel euphoric with a distorted sense of time and their surroundings. They often see things that aren't really there. LSD is usually absorbed onto paper, a tablet, or a sugar cube and taken orally. Its effects can last up to 12 hours. Psilocybin comes from mushrooms that grow in the tropics of South, Central, and North America. People who use mushrooms experience hallucinations and heightened emotional states. Street names include magic mushrooms, shrooms, and boomers. Generally, mushrooms are dried and either brewed into a tea or mixed with food and eaten. Effects from mushrooms occur within 30 to 45 minutes and last 4 to 6 hours. Peyote is a cactus plant that grows in the desert areas of North America and contains the hallucinogen mescaline. It is also called buttons or cacti. It is generally dried and chewed, but can be made into a powder and smoked. Peyote's effects begin within 30 to 60 minutes. When a trip is good, people will feel euphoria and relaxation. However, a bad trip can create panic and extreme anxiety. Peyote's effects can last up to 12 hours. Dimethyltryptamine, or DMT, occurs naturally in plants that grow in the tropics, but can also be created in a lab. Other names include Dimitri and Fantasia. Synthetic DMT usually comes as a white powder that can be smoked, sniffed, or injected. In its powdered form, DMT is said to be the most powerful hallucinogen. It creates an intense trip almost instantly, but the effects don't last long, sometimes as short as 15 to 30 minutes. Ayahuasca is a brewed beverage made from a variety of plants that contain DMT. It is also referred to as huasca and aya. In the language of native Peruvians, ayahuasca means vine of the dead or soul. Often, ingredients in the tea make people vomit before the trip begins. People who take ayahuasca feel like they are in a conscious, dream-like state. The effects begin within 45 minutes after ingestion and last between 4 to 6 hours. Classic hallucinogens disrupt communication throughout the brain and can interfere with serotonin levels, a neurotransmitter in the brain. Serotonin controls mood and basic functions like hunger, temperature, sleep, and sexual behavior. It is these changes in a person's serotonin level that cause sensory distortions and hallucinations. There are serious consequences with the use of any hallucinogen. These include anxiety, memory loss, depression, respiratory issues, and heart irregularities. A person may also experience bad trips, which are the flip side of the psychedelic coin. They can be scary and very disorienting. Someone on a bad trip may become paranoid, agitated, and feel a distorted sense of themselves. Flashbacks can be another consequence of using psychedelics. These episodes recur long after the drug was initially used. Someone experiencing a flashback may feel like their brain hit a rerun button and they are reliving a previous experience from months or even years earlier.
Most people, when they have flashbacks, are aware of their environment. They're aware of what they're doing. They're aware that this is an intrusive experience. It's annoying. It gets in the way of their being able to see, communicate, do the things that they want to be doing. And yet here is this hijacked experience showing back up again. Sometimes people can have positive experiences when they use, and then their flashbacks, re-experiencing it again, are very negative and very disturbing.
A rare but dangerous condition associated with hallucinogen use is known as hallucinogen persisting perception disorder, or HPPD. This causes ongoing powerful visual hallucinations and mirages, and can sometimes be misdiagnosed as a stroke or a brain tumor. Persistent psychosis is also dangerous. It mimics the psychotic or out-of-mind episodes of a trip, but occurs long after the drug was consumed. People with persistent psychosis can also be confused and paranoid. When high on hallucinogens, people may feel they are capable of extraordinary things they wouldn't normally feel safe doing. Although overdoses from classic hallucinogens are rare, bad trips can be uncomfortable, scary experiences that can be harmful or even deadly. People who use hallucinogens may feel like they're opening their mind or having a mystical experience, but they are doing so at great risk.